my name is Donnie and welcome back to the workshop here at Brough. And as you know, for the last couple of months we've been busy building an all aluminium AC Cobra. And as you saw in the last couple of videos, Matthew's been making all the separate panels and now he started putting them all together and welding them in place on the buck. And guys, because this is going to be an exposed aluminium car, you can imagine that the tolerances are extremely fine, so he had to take all the time that is needed to make sure that everything fits absolutely perfectly to thousands of millimeters. And now we're going to show you guys how we're going to polish the car to a mirror finish when it is all done. So particularly a Cobra has got these very extreme reverses and curves, and also it's very curvious in the front end, and with these intakes and ducts and stuff like that. There's a lot of work that goes in here into making this piece up front. A lot of small pieces, and once again they all need to line up perfectly, fit like a glove to the buck, so that you can be sure that you got a finished product that is absolutely seamless and perfect.
Alright, so what I'm doing at the moment is just masking off any edge that is going to be welded, or has not been fully welded at least, like these tacked ones here, as well as these edges. After we've gone ahead and just tacked the panels together, the next step is then just welding them, grinding the welds down before wheeling it and just making it into sort of one uniform piece of aluminium. And then what we do after that is then sand and polish them. Depending on where our panels start and how rough they are, we can go over them with a file, or we can start at sort of 200 grit sandpaper and continue from there. But essentially what we've got is we can go over it with a file, see exactly where all our highs and lows are. Then we've got sanding paper, 80 grit, we can put it on a block, make sure everything is nice and smooth before working up the grits on the orbital all the way to about 600, which on the orbital doubles up, so it's about 1,200 before we actually start polishing. And then with the polishing, we've got two different compounds. So we've got more of a cutting compound and then a polishing compound, as well as two wheels as to not contaminate one compound to the next on the polishing machine. And then our panels should have a good mirror finish.
So the basic process of polishing a car is starting off with different grits of sanding paper and then progressing all the way down to a 600 grit sanding paper on the orbital sander. And then we use different compounds to polish the car. First off a cutting compound, and then we go to a more of a polishing compound. And you can even increase this compound to another compound, giving a mirror finish that we're going to do when we're finished with the car. Okay guys, so that is the process of polishing an all aluminium AC Cobra. We're going to continue assembling the rest of the car, putting all the panels together, fitting them and welding them and shining it up to a mirror finish. So join us next time to see the progress as we continue finishing up this car.